This microcredential deals with promoting workplace safety and consists of 4 targeted skills. This targeted skill addresses using appropriate personal protective equipment. Who needs personal protective equipment? Many jobs require contact with hazardous substances like a basic cleaning solution or substance encountered during equipment repair, while other jobs, such as those in healthcare, require contact with sick people or infections. All of these jobs need some sort of personal protective equipment, or better known as PPE. Workplace hazards can take many forms. Sharp instruments, falling objects, moving machinery, sparks, high noise levels, exposures to chemical or disease, all need protective equipment. There are many types of PPE. Construction and electrical workers need different protection than a healthcare worker. All protective equipment must meet standards set by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, better known as OSHA. Much of the protective equipment, especially the eye, head, and foot protection, also must meet the safety standards of American National Standards Institute. In addition, healthcare professions have guidelines for PPE from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. States may have their own OSHA-approved occupational safety and health plans as long as they adopt standards identical to or as effective as OSHA standards. Important components of a state plan are management leadership, worksite analysis, hazard prevention, and safety and health training. Employers must provide protective equipment so their workers stay safe on the job. The employer must identify both physical and health hazards in the workplace. This is known as a hazard assessment, and it's the basis for determining the type of PPE workers may need. PPE must be kept in good condition and fit properly. Workers who must use PPE must also be trained to use it properly. There is PPE for every part of the body. Skilled trades such as carpenters, electricians, machinists, welders, mechanics, and machine operators often work in environments where there is dust, dirt, metal fragments, or wood chips flying through the air. Other occupations are at risk for chemical splashes or spray that contains bodily fluids. All of these workers need to use eye protection and possibly a face shield. There are several varieties of safety goggles and glasses. They must fit over corrective lenses, and the eye and face protection cannot obstruct the vision. Wearing a hard hat is the best way to protect employees from head injuries. Hard hats not only protect workers against the shock of impact from falling objects, but also from the penetration, electrical shock, and burns. Examples of workers required to wear hard hats are construction workers, carpenters, electricians, linemen, plumbers and pipe fitters, and welders. Hard hats must fit properly. Inspect them daily for cracks to ensure that the suspension system is intact. Protective footwear is required if you work around heavy objects that may roll or fall. Safety boots have built-in steel toes or metal insoles to help protect against punctures. Some boots are non-conductive to protect from electrical hazards. Inspect footwear daily for pieces of metal in the soles or cracks. Employees may face hazards such as harmful substances absorbed through the skin, a chemical or thermal burn, electrical dangers, bruises, abrasions, cuts, or puncture wounds. Protective equipment for hands and arms includes gloves and arm coverings. There are many types of protective gloves depending on the workplace and type of job. Healthcare workers often use lightweight disposable gloves as a barrier between themselves and infection. A heavier utility glove or chemical glove is used to protect hands when handling cleaning agents or chemicals. Heavy-duty construction or work gloves are usually made of leather. These gloves protect hands from sparks, splinters, and metal fragments. Inspect reusable gloves daily. Gloves that are cracked, discolored, or stiff are not likely to protect you. Workers exposed to continuous loud noise need hearing protection. Hearing protectors have a noise reduction rating. There are earplugs that mold to the ear and earmuffs that form a seal around the ear. When employees are exposed to occupational noise over an 8-hour day, the employer must conduct regular hearing tests of the employees. If a hazard assessment indicates a need for full body protection against toxic substances or harmful physical agents, the clothing must be inspected before each use and must fit each employee properly so it functions as intended. Protective clothing comes in a variety of materials, each effective against particular hazards, such as paper disposable suits or gowns, cotton fabric, leather for heat or flames, and rubberized fabrics that are effective against chemicals. If you work in healthcare, you will need to don a disposable gown. Other jobs might require a more heavy-duty type of body cover, such as coveralls made of specialized fabric. In conclusion, protective equipment is important and is based on the type of job you do. There is protection for every major body part. Using PPE requires training, so learn to use it correctly to stay safe on the job.